and we're here for some promotional ceremonies today. But before that, since everyone is seated, please stand for the posting of the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, everybody have a seat and let's give a hand to our honor guard. They're going to head up to Coeur d'Alene tomorrow and attend the 2 firemen's funerals and represent the agency. And you see they do a great job, so we're happy to have them do that. So, usually you guys are sitting together, but so we're going to celebrate these 2 gentlemen today, but first, I want them to come up to the stage. Sure, both of you. It's okay. And if you would each say who's here to support you, family, friends. And
Okay. Well, I've got my better half, Mandy, my son, Kemper, his girlfriend, Delaney, my other son, Bridger, my mom, Sharon, and her husband, Tom. So, and then I have my brother, Zach, who you all may know. So that's my family.
And I have my wife, Erin, right here with Kate, Jane, Hank, and Dean. And then Abby's here too.
Abby's here too. So before we do biographies and all that kind of stuff, we're going to swear you guys in and kind of kick it off that way, all right? So if you'd raise your right hand, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution and laws of the state of Idaho. I will earn the respect of others by being ethical and professional at all times. I pledge to carry out my duties to the best of my ability and bring honor to the Ada County Sheriff's Office and to myself. So help me God. All right. Step 1, checked. So Kyle, if you have a seat, we'll put Chad on Front Street here. So it is my honor to introduce Chad Hessing, who has been promoted to Blue Side Patrol Lieutenant. Fan club. Before beginning his career in law enforcement, Chad worked in excavation and home building, quite literally laying foundations and putting up walls. That early hands-on work set the tone for how he approaches everything, with grit, patience, and follow-through. Chad joined the ACSO in January 2010, starting out in the jail as a detention deputy. Like many, he learned the essentials from the inside out. By 2013, Chad transferred to patrol, working both north and south unincorporated Ada County, and then in 2019, stepped into the Criminal Investigations Division. There, he took on some of the toughest cases, domestic violence and major crimes. and handled them with integrity, dedication, and care. He promoted to sergeant in 2021, first leading our court security team for 3 years, and most recently serving as patrol sergeant with Eagle Police. Through every assignment, Chad's brought calm leadership, a strong sense of responsibility, and a deep understanding of how every part of this agency works together. He also served in key roles along the way as a PTO, an AFC in both patrol and CID, and as an area lead in the jail. He's helped shape deputies early in their careers, and now he's ready to shape the next generation from a higher vantage point. This promotion isn't just about a title. It's about the trust we place in someone to lead with wisdom, humility, and a service-first mindset. And Chad lives that out. When asked what this promotion means to him, he said something simple but powerful. It's about people. He means his deputies. He means this agency, and he means our community. For Chad, leadership starts with knowing the people you serve, and few know this place like he does. He was born and raised in Boise, graduated from Bora High, and earned his bachelor's in criminal justice from the University of Phoenix. He's invested here, and this isn't just a job, it's a home. And speaking of home, Chad will be the first to tell you that none of this happens without support. His better half, Mandy, has been right there through it all. And Mandy, thank you for dressing up. Where are you at? There we are. Just so everybody knows, Mandy just came off of assignment, so we're gonna cut her some slack. Not without a little poke in the head. Through it all, Mandy's been there through it all, but along with his kids, Kemper, Andy, and Bridger. And behind it all, Chad credits his mom, Sharon, for instilling the core values that guide him to this day. Outside of work, Chad recharges in the most Idaho way possible on his and Mandy's farm. Whether it's tending to cows, pigs, chickens, or goats, or doing chores with his tractor, that's his happy place. He's a guy who loves being outdoors, big game hunting, fishing, camping, and he's got calloused hands and a solid work ethic, and that translates directly into how he leads his team. Chad, we're proud to see you step into this next role. You've earned it. Your team is lucky to have you, and so is this agency. Congratulations to Lieutenant Chad Hessing. No, you don't get to go down yet. Yeah, not yet. So we're going to do the pinning. You have the badge? Bridger was on the same operation. All right. Thank you, guys. Let's give him a hand again. Kyle, please come up. You're a big dude, huh? Kyle was promoted on April 28th of this year, and it's my privilege to take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought him here and to celebrate the values and dedication he brings to this new role. Kyle joined the ACSO in June of 2021, where he was initially assigned to unincorporated South County. He soon transferred to CUNA Police, and by August 2022, took on the challenging and important role of detective in CUNA, where he primarily investigated child abuse cases. Through every assignment, Kyle brought professionalism, compassion, and a commitment to serving victims and holding offenders accountable. Kyle began his law enforcement career with Riverside County, California, then spent nearly 7 years with Orange County, followed by a stint at Boise PD, and finally landed here with us at ACSO. So, fourth time's a charm, right? All right. But truly, all those opportunities shaped him. He's brought with him a wealth of experience, from jail services to patrol, to being a field training officer, explorer advisor, and even part of a sheriff's response team during riots and natural disasters. He also briefly served as a school resource officer. While at ACSO, he's contributed as the assistant field commander for CUNA Police, yet another sign of his leadership ability. He's someone who's worn a lot of hats and worn them well. His achievements include being named the ACSO Patrol Services Deputy of the Year in 2024, and he has a 2019 Medal of Valor. He was a 2019 Medal of Valor recipient from his time in Orange County, which stemmed from a stabbing incident. But what stands out just as much as his accomplishment is Kyle's heart for mentorship. As an Explorer advisor in California, he worked with more than 50 young people each week, running scenarios, PT, and life lessons. Many of those kids went on to serve in law enforcement or the military. When asked what this promotion means to him, Kyle shared something simple but powerful. He wants to be that sergeant, the one who shows up to a call and makes people feel relief. I'm glad he's here. He wants to be a leader that deputies trust, who supports them with humility, consistency, and a positive attitude. In short, he wants to be the kind of supervisor that makes others better. That kind of leadership mindset is what we need, and it's why this promotion is so well deserved. Kyle's inspiration and foundation began at home. He and his wife, Erin, have been together for over 18 years, married for 14. They met in college, though it took Kyle a few strong hints to realize Erin liked him. I'm not super surprised that thankfully he got the message, and they've built a beautiful family together with their 4 kids, Dean, Kate, Hank, and Jane. Kyle's parents, Matt and Rhonda, raised him as the oldest of 6, and he's now continuing that legacy of strong family leadership. Outside of work, Kyle is all about his family. His free time is filled with sports practices, church service, gym sessions, and above all, his faith in Christ, which Kyle says is the cornerstone that guides everything he does. So today, we don't recognize a promotion. We celebrate a calling answered, a team strengthened, and a leader stepping forward. Congratulations, Sergeant Bilton. So, if you'd like to come up for the pinning. Don't get blood on those shirts, they're expensive. So, go ahead and stay up here. Come on up, Chad. So now I'd like to give you guys a chance to do some final remarks. Whoa. Should we?
It'll fit on a 3x5, but last time I gave a best man speech on a 3x5 and it didn't go so well.
Okay,
So.
you should go first.
All right. All right. First, thank you, Sheriff Clifford. I'm incredibly honored and grateful for this promotion. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a leader and part of not only shaping the future of the Ada County Sheriff's Office, but also entrusting me to preserve the long-standing and well-respected culture that our agency is known for. Thank you to many of you in this room, and there's some that aren't here, who helped me achieve this promotion. Thank you for seeing my potential and taking the time to not only mentor, but share all your wisdom and experiences being a supervisor and leader. Lastly, Erin, thank you for your encouragement, your unwavering support, for always believing in me, modeling Proverbs 31 so well in our marriage and family. Thank you for sacrificing so much throughout my career and for the many more sacrifices I know you'll make.
Thank you. Can I borrow your card?
Yeah.
All right, my favorite part. You know, it's an honor to serve in law enforcement, and it's been an honor to serve with the Ada County Sheriff's Office. I've been doing this for about 15 years now, and I've had the opportunity to be in a lot of different areas, fill a lot of different roles. And it's interesting what happens, at least to me, is when you get to those new areas and those new roles, for me, I kind of go through a stage of awe, of being starstruck by the quality of people that I work around and by the amazing people that we have. And it's humbling. And for that short period of time, for me, I kind of start to soak everything up like a sponge and learn as much as I can. And I've learned in every spot that I've been in, and and I'm so appreciative of that. I could go through and I could name all the different spots. Sheriff Clifford already read my bio, so I'll save the time and not do that. But I do want to share just a couple things that are more recent. One is working with Chief Ruby. He's taught me some really valuable lessons. A couple of those that come to mind is one is truth is kindness, especially during those crucial conversations. That being honest, saying it in the right way, can save a lot of heartache down the road. The other thing is not to be quick to judge, but to start with curiosity. Pretty sure he stole that from Ted Lasso, but I'll give it to him. But one thing that I really wanted to share today, and it kind of goes with what was said earlier about it being all about people. I remember about a year ago, I was in a leadership training course, and Captain Watson was in that course. And the topic of philosophy came up. And for me, every time I hear the word philosophy, or if I get asked throughout my career of, hey, what's your leadership philosophy? It always kind of put a knot in my stomach because I tend to overthink things. And I feel like it's like a dissertation. But the goal of this class was to sum it up. And Captain Watson, he shared his leadership philosophy, and it's all about people, which seems really simple. But if you think about it, that's why we got into this career. It's more than a leadership philosophy, actually. It's the philosophy of law enforcement. It is all about people. It's why we do this job. It's about our loved ones. It's about our neighbors. It's about our community. And it's about our coworkers, our teammates. It's why we hold people accountable. And it's why we protect victims. Now, even though it's simply said, it's not an easy job. Law enforcement requires a lot of sacrifice. It requires a lot of late nights, missed holidays, missed family events, seeing things that normal people shouldn't see. It does require a lot of sacrifice. But fortunately, I don't have to go through that by myself. And that's another thing that's brought up a lot in law enforcement is how we need to have strong support systems. And I have a very strong support system. From my mom, Bridger, Delaney, Kemper, Mandy. In fact, I thought I was going to get a taste of my own medicine because Mandy wasn't going to be here today. So, because she had a law enforcement extremely important job that she was doing, and when duty calls, you go. I love this job. I love this opportunity. And thank you, Sheriff, for giving me this opportunity.
So before we wrap up here, I want to thank you guys for stepping up and taking promotion, applying for promotion. I was talking to Captain Walls about Chad, and remember when he first came out to the road, and we didn't know him very well. He can be sometimes kind of a quiet guy. I think he was quietly successful through the jail, and he worked for me on patrol when I was a sergeant. I just thought, it's this new guy, got to come to my team, and that whole thing. But he landed there, and it was amazing, and he really did a good job. And I've talked about that before you even promoted to sergeant, about how I appreciate your demeanor. I appreciate how you carry yourself and do your work. So I think he actually saved me from getting into a fight with a guy one time over a dog call. But it's a longer story than that. But he kept the calm head and said, "Hey, Sergeant, why don't you go stand over there?" And I'm like, "I probably should." But that's an example, just one example of Chad's successes in this career. And the good people that we hire here. Kyle Bilton. I think we lucked out with Kyle. I appreciate you coming here and choosing us, and because of our culture and because of who we are, and you immediately blended in with our culture. I think you're meant to work here anyway, and I think I'm not going to speak for you, but it seemed like you figured that out pretty quickly. But knew that you were going somewhere in this agency because, no, I never got to work with you side by side. I never even got to see you work. I hear your name all the time as you're moving through our agency and moving through positions. Kyle Bilton, and Kyle Bilton, Kyle Bilton. And so I wasn't surprised when you came out really well on that sergeant's list, and I was excited because, again, people that have had careers in other places and opportunities, and they come here because they choose us for what we are, that says a lot about you. So I appreciate that and appreciate you being here. So with that, I think we should give them another round of applause and congratulate them. And they got a long way to go, and we need them to be standing here when, I don't know, half this room is probably gone. So congratulations, guys. So that is the end of our ceremony. So if you want to come up and get photos, well, we can move the flags in. Don't feel like you have to leave. We can mingle around. We have cookies and punch in the back. And family members and friends, thank you so much for coming and supporting them. I know probably all of you, it was kind of a wouldn't miss it type thing. But we really appreciate you and what you've done to support them and help them become who they are. So everybody have a great day, and come get your photos.